Greg. I'm an atheist. I posted GKLR, and I've been cottaging for a week. Come back and see YouTube still asleep for atheism, so I figured I'd make a GKLR video. I'm going to cover religion, sects, and cults, and the reason why is because often you'll hear insults thrown back and forth between Christians. It says, "Oh, you're the apostates, and you're a cult," and stuff like this. Clarification is required, I think, for properly using these terms, at least to understand, in a sociological sense, what they mean. And there's many definitions out there for what a religion is, or sect in particular has different meanings throughout history. But if we look at it in a perspective as to separate them as groups, individuals, to say what is a sect and what is a cult in modern terms, then we really need to look at, and the only criteria of doing this is how intrusive it is on your day-to-day affairs, with religion being the least intrusive into your day-to-day affairs and the cults being the most intrusive into your day-to-day affairs. For example, in a religion, they'll tell you, maybe they'll give you moral guidelines like, don't have sex before marriage, or don't steal, and things like this. I mean, that is a small interference in your day-to-day affairs with respect to what would happen in a sect, where they ban dancing or newspapers, maybe electronics. I think the Mennonites I think it's electricity that they're opposed to, and the Amish, and they drive around these horse carriages and things like that. A cult will have a leader who's going to tell you when to wake up, when to wash, who you can sleep with, what to eat, when to eat, how long you can need to work, how long you need to chant. These are completely intrusive into your day-to-day affairs, and so it's like a sliding scale, if you like. So a person from a cult is never going to see this video or any of the internet. They're not going to see opposing views at all, or ever really be exposed to the secular world in any way. The sect may or may not see this video. Certainly the ones that can't use electricity would not, but some might. And the religious are the only ones that we can really address. So in this way, in this model at least, we can look at the typical religious person as zealot as they are, truly as the moderates of the group, of these groups, because you get more extreme for sure than simply the religious extremist, the hardcore fundies that we like to call them, because at least we do communicate to them. We have a way of having them communicate to us, whereas this doesn't even happen in a cult. So I thought I'd throw that out there as religion, sects, and cults, and how to look at them, at least from my perspective, as well as that they're all to be avoided. I mean, each one is a step away from reality, and so that would be another appropriate, understanding of 1, 2, 3 as a step away from reality, and the third step is completely removed from reality. Religion is, of course, removed from reality, but a sect is more so, and a cult is even more so. So our real opposition as atheists really ought to be focused in on cults and sects more than religion. I mean, we need to oppose religion, that's for sure. You're not going to have sects and cults without any religion, but the real people, if we were to try to reach, that need the most sense of a kick in the head for reality, then we have to look at cults. Okay, so cheers. Hope you're having a good time. Good summer.